Hi there. So I'm Ellie Lindsay, a TMJ myofascial specialist, and this is just a quick 5-minute self-care video regarding the jaw joints and pain around the jaw. And specifically today we are talking about arthritis in the jaw joint and how that actually presents itself, and a good way to care for yourself if you're suffering with that. So arthritis in the jaw usually has two kind of characteristics to it. So there can be inflammation present, which in itself can cause the joint to be painful. And there can also be sort of a degeneration of the soft tissues around the joint that actually leads to there being less cushioning in the joint itself, which can also be painful. The first thing to really talk about is that just because there is, that degeneration happening, if that is happening, then it doesn't actually mean that it automatically will be painful, because there's actually been some sort of recent data and studies around this which show that people are often walking around with what we call like bone on bone, and they're not feeling any pain. And other people can have a really healthy looking joint, whether we're thinking about the spine, the jaw or hip joint. Other people can have really healthy looking joints and experience high amounts of pain. So, as we're coming to understand this a bit more, it's becoming more evident that actually there's a lot more involved with pain than just what's going on in the structure of a joint. But nonetheless, we're going to just focus on this condition of arthritis just for this video, but just be aware that there's often more going on than that. So if you've got sort of quite intense pain in the jaw itself, often with arthritis there'll be kind of flare-ups and then periods of time where there isn't so much pain in the actual joint itself. So a flare-up might last a few days or a week or so, something like that, and it's sort of kind of characterized by quite an intense feeling there in the jaw. It doesn't so necessarily spread out to other areas like headaches and further into the teeth or anything like that. It's usually just really localized right here. So if you're getting that sort of pain and it comes in this sort of these flare-ups, then things that you can do to help yourself would be really applying heat to that area. Heat works really well for arthritic conditions. So perhaps if you've got a heat pad that you can lay over the ear and over the jaw, or one of those wheat bags would be great. And the second kind of point here is that resting the joint is important during this time. So, just avoiding eating really hard to eat foods. So switch to a softer diet for the period of the flare up, and just give yourself some general rest as well. Your body would probably feel quite tired during this time, because there's a lot going on in the body during these flare-ups. It's not just all about the joint here. So rest and heat are both really important factors. And then what you can do as you sort of start to come out of that flare-up stage is to try and avoid actually the muscle pain that you might be getting. So often that sort of arthritic joint pain lasts for a week or so, and then when that dies down, we're left with these sort of residue pains in the muscles themselves. So just keeping the jaw joint as mobile as you can, just by doing simple open and close exercise, would be great. So just opening and closing you to a point where there's no pain. And then lastly, just doing some simple massage to the jaw itself. So you've got this big masseter muscle here, and that can really benefit from just sort of sinking in and doing some small circles on the muscle itself. and just spend a few minutes there, both sides, just sinking in and just moving the fingers in small circles. So just to recap, if you're suffering with what you suspect is arthritis in the joint, then heat is really your best friend at those times. Resting and keeping the jaw mobile and just looking after the muscle structures as well. So I hope that's helpful to you. Just let me know in the comments if you've experienced this type of condition and what you think of these suggestions.